It's 8:01. We are live. We live?
I hit it. It's swirling. This damn thing got me in my head.
We live. We are live. Hey y'all, guess what? We back. This your boy,
There
Mr.
we go.
Unhinged, to welcome y'all to a
We
episode 2
live.
of the podcast.
Here.
I tell you,
Yeah.
my boy might be on the
Welcome back,
delay.
everyone.
Tell you on the delay?
I think so.
That's all right. Listen, we back. We here. We want to appreciate all
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
showing up.
And y'all know who
Hang
I
out.
be. It is on a delay, probably. But y'all know Uncle Pudge is in the house, also known as the Mayor of Mayhem and Mischief, Mr. Who Loves You, Baby. I bet you I am. You know how it go.
Is that my phone? Okay, so I just got a notification that we live. All right, tell them I got it. So, welcome to our lovely episode of the second episode of Unhinged. It's your boy, Mr. Unhinged. I got Mr. Who Loves You, Baby, who still having internet connections, and we tell them at this point when we pulling up the Illinois and we whooping T-Mobile's ass because we sick of him and this internet. We got our boy Big Ken in the house tonight, one half of the Fire Session podcast. We got the lovely Auntie Missy Vaughn in the house tonight, but she says she ain't here to monitor nobody. She feeling real petty. And we got my sister from another mister, Miss Hello Black Man. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing very well. Thank you.
Big Ken, how you doing?
I'm chilling, man.
That's what's up. And Khalees, how you doing?
I am so wonderful, highly favored, blessed by the good Lord Himself. Thank you very much for having me.
First of all, I'm loving that makeup you got on right now. I'm
It's
loving
just lipstick. I don't have on no makeup, but thank you.
Hey, I'm loving it. I'm
I
loving
know.
it.
I figured I'd put a little black on.
Yeah.
Ah,
So basically, you coming here to act up today, is what you're saying to me.
No, not at all.
Nah, I ain't buying that one bit. Not buying that one bit. So listen, I'm gonna let everybody go around the room. Big Ken, you up first. Introduce yourself and holler out your podcast so the people know what's up.
Hey, yo, what's up, people? This is Big Ken of the Notorious, the Fire Session podcast. One half of the crew, missing my guy Big Ben, Benji Banks, the man, the brand. We bring to you different topics every week, you know what I'm saying, to give you something to take with you. As I always say, we put the medicine in the candy. So I appreciate y'all having me tonight.
That's what's up. Miss Yvonne.
hello, everyone. Yvonne, the Motivator Man from Determined Women of Destiny. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Like, share, and of course, subscribe. And hello to everybody. I didn't say hello to all of y'all. Hello, Big Ken, Mr. Who Loves You, Baby, and of course, Sister Girl with the flawless skin and the nice lip gloss. And Jody, listen, my
Yes, ma'am.
shenanigan Facebook friend.
Man, you done sent me to my room a couple times for some stuff that I posted. I feel like I just be posting
My God.
and trying to help people out. But I got sent to my room a couple times.
Listen, I have been on my phone like, oh, punishment. Because you just don't care.
It don't be that bad.
Sometimes, yes, Jody, yes.
Listen, I be trying to inform the people. That's all.
I don't think you're trying to inform the people.
I be just trying.
You're trying to inflict the people with pain.
Nah,
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I would never do such a thing. I'm trying to. So before we get into it, man, I'm gonna hit our intro and we'll be right back with our lovely fan question. oh, my baby daddy just got out of jail, and he mad because I'm dating you, so he want to fight you. And I was like,
Florida.
oh, okay. I'm not fighting that big ass
I
woman.
woke up and rolled me a split,
And-
then I zipped off on
You
them.
know what, man?
Gotta get moving on it, can't be waiting on it
She
when the
with
shit
no
be going.
orgasm, so I gotta get rid
Blood
of
in
it.
my hands.
So-
Yeah, to just get sick in the plan, but
You can't,
I'ma be rinsing my
put me
hands.
out there like that,
Done with
baby.
these niggas that's saying they all
She
about
messing
it,
with
but
my,
just talk
my
about it.
success rate. Had to let it
Niggas
go.
is thirsty, you bring up some money, they bring up another topic.
I'm like, hey, bro, the bitch looked at me with some funny looking eyes. I don't know what that shit meant, but she looked at me.
If you say you love that and that person is your friend, then you gotta do the tough thing. You gotta make them aware.
You know, yeah, Christopher does sound salty. I told you in the beginning, I'm that shit.
Listen to the generation. I'm sorry.
And
Like I said, everybody that gave my brothers, my close friends, all you are now, you no longer sick in mind. You just a dude with breasts. Really cool dude with breasts. That's it.
Ain't nothing like it, oh, ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Last year we made 20 bands and spent 12 on bills.
Yo, we got Miss Yvonne in the house, and we even got on the clip. And speaking of,
yeah, that was cool.
my brother, Mr. Fire Section, what's up, my boy?
What's happening, gentlemen, ladies?
Hello.
Man,
My boy Ken, what's happening with you, my man? Yes, sir.
hey, man, it's all love on here, man. Listen, so we're gonna start off with the fan question of the night. My boy sent me this, man, so I just wanted to get everybody's opinion while I get some shares out. So, fan question of the night.
Hey,
Um,
pause. I didn't introduce
Oh.
myself. Like, and I feel like you purposely did it. Like, I feel like
Oh, you left out the ladies?
Really?
I'm sorry. Introduce yourself. I'm sorry.
No, we want to do it now. Wait to the end.
You got an offended one on the show already. Come, oh man.
So that's the type of N word you're gonna be. You gonna make a deal and then not do it.
I'll do it at the end.
No, we stopped. Now go ahead and introduce yourself. We ain't doing
Hello,
nothing.
everyone. My name is Kalisha Patrice. I am one half of the Hello Black Man podcast. My partner will be joining me shortly here tonight. We are a transparency and communication company that is based on building the Black culture to its highest esteem. I am so happy to be here. I'll keep it short since you so rudely interrupted me and didn't let me do my intro. All right, moving right along. Go ahead with your topic.
Dang, you already in trouble, Mr. Unhinged.
I was in trouble yesterday when I was in her podcast talking. I was in trouble yesterday. So listen, our fan question of the night, right? Brought to me by my boy DH. Would a man be wrong if a stud swung on him and he hit her back? Would he be wrong?
Does he know she a stud?
Good question. That's a fair
question. You know what? Let's say you know this is stud, and an argument happened, and she swung on you. Would you be wrong as a man to hit her back? And ladies, would you feel like a man was wrong for hitting her back if she swung on him?
You hit me, I'm hitting you back. It's sorry. I don't condone hitting women, but if you want to act like what you say, the N word, if you want to act like a Negro, yeah, we got to go there. And we just, I'm just saying that's a tough spot to be in.
Them acting pigment.
I want the ladies to answer before I answer.
So, in my most honest opinion, I think that a lot of women put themselves in situations that they shouldn't be in because of the mindset that a man shouldn't hit you. From the time my kids were small, so this is not, to me, this doesn't even apply strictly to studs. This applies to women and men in general. From the time my kids were small and my daughter would, hit my son and do stuff like that, and I'm always like, hey, listen, I'm not going to not tell him to hit you back. You got to learn to keep your hands to yourself, because if you don't, you put yourself in harm's way. You make danger for yourself. So we got to start teaching girls, like, if you swing on somebody, expect to get hit back. Boy, girl, man, woman, child. Just always expect reactions to your actions. So I definitely don't think a man will be wrong.
Well, I'm all for equality. And, you have a person that may have been assigned at birth as female, but is living their life as a male. And they feel as though, I'm trying to be politically correct here,
Wow.
and they feel as though they're a man. They see themselves as a man. They don't see themselves as a woman. And they roll up to Big Ken and they pop off. If Ken cleans their clock and knocks them flat, they got
It's
what they
over.
came for, a fight. Am I correct?
Well, for me, I believe in equal rights, equal hands. But in this situation, for me, it's an instant L. And let me explain. Because if you beat up a stud, like dude's gonna be like, you beat up a chick. So that's an L, right? And if you try to fight this stud and you happen to get knocked out, so it's a lose-lose situation. So for me, like I think, especially with if people who know me, I'm a big guy, 6'5", 100 pounds. I can't be fighting no lady in no shape or form because it's a lose-lose for me. So for me, I'm not gonna fight him.
I mean, I'm 5'9", and I'm short, so she probably taller than me already. So if you swing on me, listen, I'm pretty quick. I'm going to probably dodge it. You ain't going to catch me slipping like that. But then the natural reaction is just to kind of lean into it yourself, because if I see you and you look like a full-fledged stud, unless I notice you look like a female, at that time, I'm already seeing red, so I don't know. So that could be, I mean, I'm just saying, it could be tough. It might be very tough for me not to lean back and then, cock back on you and give you the 45. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm defending myself. I don't care who it is. I'm defending myself. And the state of Florida, there is understand your ground law. If a person is of significant size difference, that is perfectly good grounds to shoot their ass. So if you one of them big 6'4" burly studs rolling up on me, baby girl, you might get popped. Okay?
I mean,
right now. This is why I send you to your room on a regular, nephew. But if we look at it,
I'm just defending myself.
But the LGBTQIA community is always
the alphabet soup, huh?
Right.
Rainbow
Always saying equality. So you cannot want equality on everything else, but then when it comes to you getting, knocked out, you can't say, well, no, because really technically I'm a woman, but you step to my brother like you were a man.
Right. Now, see, in Cali, it's different. Like you can get a Fed case, two people fighting. Mm-hmm. If that person, you slept that person, if they get up, they call the law on you, you going to jail. You getting a Fed case. So it matters a whole lot where you from, because I know Florida, the stand your ground law, but in Cali, it's totally different. Somebody can walk in your crib, you squabble with them. If they call the law on you, you get in the case. So you got to be smart with it. But I mean, I ain't afraid. I done spent a couple times in jail, so I ain't mad at none of that. So it's just, I'll bail myself out. I'm good.
Wait a minute. Back it up. Rewind. Hold up. Pause. Stop.
Right.
Somebody roll up in my house. We get into a fight, and I'm going to jail.
Yes, sir. It's whoever calls, and the law out here is we got to take one. That's the law in Cali. We got to take one. So if so-and-so calls the law and so-and-so pulls up, you can sleep in. You can even be in your house. I don't know if you guys remember Shannon Brown literally got called to his own house. Somebody was at his crib and they were looking to rent it. Well, the person he pulls up, that person kind of was antagonistic towards him. It's his crib. he got into a squabble with the person. They called the law on him. He went to jail.
Yeah. Mhm.
So it's a whole huge mess out here with some of this stuff. But overall, like I said, you're defending yourself. So I mean, as long as you got bail money, the way I see it, I'm straight. Like I'm gonna be out. So, but you ain't gonna test me no more because you know these hands is lethal.
Well, in the state of Florida, you come in my house, only one of us telling the story.
Hey, the differences of the law, right?
And you want to take his statement? He might not have nothing to say, but you can take his statement if you want. You know?
I gotta tell you the truth. You come to my house and you threatening me, you leaving in a body bag, an ambulance, or both.
I mean,
That's just the way I was raised. You came to my house.
I seen that picture of your son. Ain't nobody coming to your house.
Woo!
I seen that picture of your son. Ain't nobody coming to the house.
Listen,
no person in their right mind anyway.
No. And see, in New York, you get into an altercation, you're defending yourself. The police just don't want us to shoot them. So they're like, okay, everybody okay? Everybody all right?
You want to go
Nobody
home?
pressing charges? I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going home. We good? Okay, bye.
So listen, it is our first time, right? Give my boy some time to shine. It is time for our first segment of the night.
Corner time with Uncle Pudge.
Corner time with Uncle Pudge. And the first person Uncle Pudge is officially putting in the corner is Mr. One, Deshaun Bill Cosby Watson. That was Uncle Pudge's corner.
No.
Uncle Pudge, take it away. Why is Mr. Cosby Watson getting a corner? It's
corner time.
Why is he getting a corner?
Can he hear you? I don't think his internet bugging.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna whoop T-Mobile ass when we find out his wife. We whooping their ass on everything. So basically, Uncle Pudge say, as black men in this country, you have to do things a little bit different, a little bit smart. And I'm trying to figure out how one of the more successful young quarterbacks in this league caught 24 sexual assault cases, and you have a fiance. It's just like, boy, you's a dumbass. And then they trying to say it ain't true. I'm just like, look, I'm all down for defending black men, but if 24 women saying the same thing, some of it got to be true, my boy. You had to do something to somebody to get 24 cases. So I'm just like, man.
Well, he wrote, it sent in text messages, apologies to each of the women. We don't know. I haven't seen the text messages, but that what was in the report. So we know that there was obviously some type of remorse or whatever in the situation, right? For whatever he was doing. And to me, I'm sitting there thinking like, bro, like really all these women? I'm like, but when you got money, when you can do what you want to do, when you can say what you want to say, when you can go where you want to go, when you can treat people however you want, and then have the mentality that I can pay them off. That mentality kind of is a little different, man. Like it could be dangerous, but can you imagine being a superstar from a kid up until, now you're in the NFL and they're going to protect the shield. They protected Ben Roethlisberger. The owners have done, Jerry Jones has been on record doing some wild stuff. You know what I mean? And you know that protection is there. It's like, I'll beat this. We'll pay them off. They'll be straight. I don't condone it, but I know that got to be in the back of his mind, with all of the stuff he was doing, because it was just reckless. It's totally reckless.
It's stupid as shit. Stupid.
Right.
Like Ben Roethlisberger,
Yes, sir. You know it.
And I think by the time Big Ben had got them cases, he had already got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh one ring. So that was like, hey, bruh, we can't let them go yet. So,
$100+ million quarterback. quarterback of the NFL, and you ain't no scrub. You top notch. We talking about 32. What is it? 32 teams, billionaire owners. That comes with a lot of stuff being pushed back because money talks and BS walks.
That sure do.
Man, them boys freaky, and they got money.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they feel like they entitled, just like Benji was saying, to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day, like, you know, you still a human, and the women that you're dealing with are human beings. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't taking none of that in the context because they view women as just a part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? Not a person. And I think that's it with him. I think personally, I think dudes like him need some therapy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
he need more than therapy, Ken. He need a good ass whooping.
Well, I'm just saying, like, whatever he was doing to the women, bro, it was disturbing for that many women to come back with that type of, you know, backlash. He was doing something something terrible.
Right. The text messages are weird because he apologized for his behavior, and one of the women said that he just ejaculated. That was his thing. He ejaculated on him. That was his, like, he got a kick out of that. That sounds like some real, you know, forensic file, very scary people type stuff. You know what I mean? That's a stretch, man. Like, it's crazy.
That sounds like some Theo Brown shit.
That's deep rooted. That's some deep rooted women hating stuff right there, because that's not something that just started.
Right.
That's something that he's always wanted to do, number one. Now he has the ability to do it. And number two, he's always thought of women in that way.
Right.
Because you just don't abuse women sexually just out the blue. Men just don't do that. Okay, throw me out the sister club if women want to, that's watching. Men just don't abuse women. They just don't. They abuse women when they're taught that abusiveness to women is okay. Because they've seen a father, they've seen an uncle, a cousin, a brother, somebody told them it was okay. And for you just to ejaculate on someone just because you can, that's abusive.
Now let me ask this: if you know this is a wealthy football player, and he's willing to pay you off, you know, eventually if you complain, you're going to get paid off. Do you have any incentive or any motive in that case as a lady? Because you know this is Deshaun Watson. You know who he's famous. Right. So where does the incentive to say something wild as a woman come into play? Because that's where this gets mixed up at, because he's saying, I've never done this the way that they're saying it. Where does that fall in line? Because we know, you know, women can say some wild, outlandish things and overhype stuff as well.
I'm going to say this, right? 24 women said he did it. I'm going to say not all of them telling the truth, but not all of them lying.
Right.
There you go. There's somebody in there.
I can guarantee you, somebody in there is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me that one person, he did it to one person, and then all of a sudden he did it to her homegirl, I'm going to say the homegirl.
I tell you this. When it happened, they were probably shocked. You know, they weren't expecting it. But after a while, you know, you started hearing about the fact of this man's behavior. So if you're in close proximity with him, it's a possibility he's going to ejaculate on you because you've heard it. So why be around him? If one of those women would have just slapped that scrotum sack off his body, he would have stopped that man.
I don't know. I watch some of these very scary people shows, and some of these serial killers, serial rapists, serial arsonists, they get a kick out of the women fighting them back because they're used to manhandling women. They're used to doing whatever they can. And then when they finally meet one who like fights them back, they get an even bigger kick out of it, because one guy said, I couldn't do this with my wife or treat my wife this way, but I could treat you this way. So I'm treating you like you're not a person, like Ken said. I'm treating you this way, but the fact that you're combating me and fighting me against it made me want to do this even more. Like the mentality is
I'm not
is
fighting
off
you.
and ill. And I think he's ill. Like if
Oh,
this
absolutely.
stuff is true, he's got to be mentally ill. If you ask me,
The man got
Absolutely. But
he
you
got a
have to
porn
look at
obsession.
it. The most sensitive part of the man is their penis. If a woman hits you in that area, she's not trying to fight you. You're not getting aroused. She's
right,
hitting you, you're going down, she's running out the room screaming, he just ejaculated in my face. You know,
Well,
but
there's some dudes out
nobody,
there who like to get hit in the penis. So
yeah, like you got
there's some
like
freaky people out there, and I think he really just has a porn obsession. Because I mean, one thing that makes me say that is they showed a video of him playing basketball with a porn star, and he had in a maid outfit. It was just a crazy scenario that this footage got out. But the fact that he's obsessed with this porn star enough to go, to seek her out and then start dating her, you know what I'm saying, says a lot. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And then the situation that he's caught up in. And so, that has something to do with it as well.
I would agree.
So I wanna go back to the point that is this Benji? What's your name over here? IGBRB.
Benji, yes,
You started to make a point about how women see incentive or potentially see incentive in
right,
situations like
right,
this. And I want to say that as women, I feel like we constantly live in this subtle fear that we're going to be in situations where a man of power feels like he's capable or feels like he can do or say whatever to us, and we're
right,
supposed to just accept this behavior because of who or what they are.
right.
And I think that's problematic in itself
It is. I would agree. I agree.
because it's shameful that a man of his status, a man who I don't know, exactly how he looks, but I'm pretty sure he's not an ugly guy, couldn't find people who were willing. There's porn stars, there's OnlyFans, there's apps, plenty of fish that women are out there who are willing to do these things. So why take advantage of women and put them in these situations to come back to get incentive when you could have just done, something differently on the front end? I must agree that I think he's ill. I don't know the
That's
details of
that's what
what
I would say
is going
because
on.
being ill, you don't care. And when you watch like I said, some of these types of shows, you see the mentality of these people.
Hmm.
And once you recognize the mentality, you recognize the behavior. It's all like a similar pattern. They have a particular sickness, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? We were talking about Tiger Woods some years ago having a sex addiction. There's all types out there, right? But the fact that what makes it weird is that women are attracted to those types of men in a big way. They want the one percenters. I'm not saying that these women did, but just in that regard. So it gives it a bad name, so to speak, because Deshaun Watson can get away with this because he's of the 1%. He can pay his way out of anything. You know what I mean? So and the fact that there is incentive involved kind of puts a stain on a lot of it, because are they really telling the truth? And we've seen this played out in a lot of these scenarios. This isn't our first one. You know what I mean? We've seen it. And by the way, all of those 24 cases, if I'm not mistaken, have been paid off. So all of those issues, so to speak, have been resolved in the court. But now we have the court of public opinion, because now the NFL is saying, well, we're going to appeal the 6-game suspension and maybe he'll get more games. Maybe he might not even get a game if Roger Goodell says, you know what, we don't have enough evidence. Let's wipe this up and just fine him and just leave it be. So that's a very strong possibility.
I mean, true that. So listen, y'all gotta excuse me. I've been playing with stuff. I've been figuring out my StreamYard. Are we gonna switch subjects? But like this, I've got my little horn. So that we hit that horn, we're gonna move on to the next subject. I'm sorry, I'm playing with a bunch of stuff on here, so y'all gotta excuse me. So listen, we're gonna get into our unhinged scenario, right? Where we get to kind of think it, use your brain muscles. Hey, what up, my boy? My boy came through. She finally let him out of shackles to come hang out for a little bit. she be beating up on my boy on her podcast.
Wow. Bro be catching them hands.
Yeah, that's why his beard so long. She said he ain't finna live out the house with a nice trim shaped up beard around here, nigga. Nope.
Don't disrespect my man's beard now. You going too far. You doing too much.
Oh, man, we love you. We appreciate you for coming through. So, unhinged scenario, right? We got a would you or who? Would you rather date a person making 40K legit, right? 401k, everything, 40K a year? Or would you rather date somebody out here in the streets in the dope game making 250K with no savings, just everything in the mattress?
Give me the 40K. Give me the 40K. I like my peace, man.
Yeah,
like my peace.
My family lived the life of drug life and lost my mom, lost my baby brother, all trying to reach status with drug money. So I'm good. I'll take a 40K female. We can move to Idaho and be peaceful and buy some ranch land and some all kind of stuff. So yeah, you can have that. I'm over that life. I don't even want it. I don't even want to smell it, sniff it, breathe it. None of that.
That's okay. Miss Yvonne, you
Listen,
taking a easy, you taking a smooth
No,
40K?
I'm old. I'm old. I don't need to be Big Bertha's girlfriend. Okay, I'm old. A chick just want to get 5-6 more years and retire and live in peace. Give me my 40K. Give me a brother with 40K, but a brother with 40K that has a dream and he has insight, he has vision, can take that 40K and make that 100K just like that. As long as you stand beside him and you're dreaming and you're a visionary too.
Okay.
It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you make and what you do with the money that you make.
Okay.
Facts.
All right.
Lift your hands on that.
You can't add all that to the scenario though. Like he got 40K, he ain't got no dream. He managing McDonald's and he ain't trying to do nothing with his life. So
shoot, he better be trying to be the area coach. They make 250.
But we ain't
the area coach at McDonald's make $250,000. Motivate that Negro.
So what you saying is, see, you taking the 40K.
Who?
You taking the 250K?
I'm going with the original entrepreneurs of the world. Give me a dope boy with 250. I'm gonna catch you girl up, then I won't get out that thing before he go to jail.
I wish it worked that way.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm taking the 250. I'm taking the 250.
You're like,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking the 250. You only live once. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
You live every day.
I'm trying to get to 100. So
yeah,
I don't worry about me. I'm trying to live to see the next batch of women that's coming out that don't have BBLs. I might plant me a seed at 90 years old. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right, Jay. What's the one? Oh, David Hasselhoff got a kid at like 78 or some shit.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you.
Oh man. What about you, boo? What's up, my boy? You.
Now listen. That's not. I got bad nerves. I get nervous. I don't have any way I can handle dope boy life, a dope girl life, or whatever. Give me my 40K, little country town. What is it? A little 1-horse town. I'm good to go. 40K, 401k, chill.
I love it. All right. Well, hey, yo, it's time for my absolute favorite time of the week. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It is time for my favorite time of the week. So this is where we throw a few memes up, let everybody throw a little comment on it and whatnot and have you. So this week's memes of the week, chicks be like, I miss my short hair. Take your wig off, sis. It's still there.
Fact.
All my women got real hair. I'm sorry. I'm not
mad at the wig.
It can be real, just real short. You know what I'm saying? It's not even an issue. I ain't never asked no one.
Mad at
it. Dropping your friend off to an appointment is sex trafficking. Just so y'all know. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Just so
Where do
you
you
know,
get these from? Where do you get these from?
I might have posted a few of these back in my heyday.
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking that. Yes.
Dude got
Got
an
an air mattress talking about you can leave. How you gonna buy it? I mean, the only thing about that is you can buy the air mattress, but you can patch that joint up.
If you get put out of a spot with an air mattress, you doing real bad.
Facts.
Get that pin.
You try to poke a hole in my mattress. I mean, you might just be creating a water bed for me. So I'm creative. So don't fool with me. I put some
one
water
time
in that joint.
I got kicked out of a house. The chick didn't have no living room furniture, and she told me to get out. I said, "Well, girl, fuck you in your dance studio, Kev." And then I left.
Sorry, I ain't be fooling with you today, man. How many of y'all dropping y'all homegirls off to that D appointment though? Don't lie.
To the nigga with the air mattress. Her, you must be retarded if you think you playing that game all night. Me.
I got my Oculus behind me, so sorry. I mean, you might just catch me, playing video games for a little bit. I'm just saying. I got the old school Sega Genesis, and I got the old.
He got his headset on right now.
Hey, mess around, be arguing. You hear that PlayStation beep, beep.
There we go.
Go ahead and load in.
It's peace. Listen, I don't want. This is the proof that ladies don't like men to have peace. Ladies, do y'all realize and understand how peaceful it is for a brother to sit at the video game? Can you just bring me a sandwich, a glass of wine, something? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's peaceful there. That's why we're out there.
I don't want you to bring me nothing. I just want you to leave me alone.
Leave me alone, huh?
Yeah. Let me load into my 2K or my Madden and leave me alone.
All we really want is for you to be good, happy with us when we get off the motherfucker. Yeah. Then we come back to bed at 12 o'clock. Just give us a kiss and tell us we all right. That's all we really be wanting.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You want me to play games?
See, Jody, that could work in several ways because she might be texting her other dude that done made her mad. So you might go to bed, you know what I'm saying? And he done pissed her off. And so there's dynamics there. So you might not get the kiss, man. I'm just saying.
She either want me to play games in the street or games in the house. Which one you want?
Puts these in his car. He's a hoe. Hold
on. I got that in the bins now. I love the black ice smell.
Well, in the Jeep right now.
Well,
blasphemy.
Well, hold on, man. Look how y'all don't stigmatize. Man, I love the smell of the black ice with some black coconut.
You mixing sense in your car now.
Yes. See, you got to understand. You put that black ice with the black coconut. That one from. I wish I had it in my car right now. That scent smell good in the mug in your ride. The whole ride. Her panties get wet soon as she get in the car. I can promise you that.
So the black coconuts in the front and the black ice is in the back, and you just put them on either side.
But see, what you do is you mixing. You know how to mix it. You know what I'm saying? You put you got that one. You know what I'm saying, on your gear shift. You put your black ice, but then the black coconut one, you put a couple of those in your back seat patches. You know what I'm talking about? And you let that. I'm telling you, it's
come around and engulf her.
I'm telling you, panties wet soon as she hit, and then you got the AC on too.
Look. Here go a hater right here. Negative. Get off the game. Boy, I tell you.
Well, I had a question about that. I had a question. I see all these women just losing it and throwing games out windows and running over games with the car. I don't understand.
Because they know we love it. She's trying to destroy our love for what we love.
Trying to take away your happiness.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an attention thing. Right. It's an attention thing.
Like, who the F told black people empty liquor bottles were decorations?
Listen to me, man. I want to show you how dope it is to be around smart, innovative women. I had a woman take one of my wine bottles and make candles out of it. She cut the top off, used the bottom part, filled it with the wicker, the stuff, and made a candle out of it. And guess what we did as a company? We used that idea. I'm just saying. So I don't know.
But that's creating something. I'm talking about just I'm done with the bottle. I'm gonna put it on top of my refrigerator and put colored liquid in it.
It's a status symbol. It can't be any liquor though. It got to be some top shelf that you bought one time that you really ain't gonna buy no more. But you bought it that one time and you gotta preserve it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Girls after they take their lashes off.
Oh man.
That ain't right. That's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
Yo, why you?
I gotta take off my lashes.
You got lashes on right now? She pulling them joints out. You wild for that. I ain't even mad at you though. Hey, do you leave them on your man's nightstand in the shower or whatever? Like, is that like how does that go?
I only wear them for special occasions, and I usually end up taking them off sometime during that occasion. And I tell him these are coming off. And when I start playing, he just put his hand out. I just take them off, put them in his head. He put them in his pocket.
That's the level of morbid understanding.
Throw them joints in the medicine cabinet.
I've seen females this part of it every day. Before I get ready to go to work routine.
Dang. When you make a fake OnlyFans. Hey, yo, that's a good idea.
And we all gotta eat.
I mean, if you still got them and she overcharging you on child support, I say ain't no point. Make some profit, right?
Hey, and if she got multiple kids, now you ain't gotta worry about just feeding yours. You can feed all of them.
Look, everybody getting McDonald's.
Everybody getting McDonald's. With cheeseburgers with the fries.
Don't do
it.
Or
Happy Meal with the toy.
And you know what? Who want a shake? Since this thing was popping this week.
I mean, feeling generous. I like that meme. Send me that one, Joe.
I got you. So listen, I got a little story to tell. Not too long ago, I got a message on Instagram that young lady had her friend recommended that she watch the podcast, and she said she watched a couple episodes, and she scrolled through my Instagram and seen that I seemed to have an issue. I was a misogynist. I was a a-hole. I was a homophobe. I was transphobia. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an understanding. I disrespect women a lot. And I'm an Uncle Tom. I don't have my black man's back. And I was like, so what you're telling me is I've almost hit the market of offending everybody, which was the goal. So you're telling me I'm close to the finish line. I'm happy.
I reached my peak.
I'm reaching my peak. So I was like, you know what? Because I'm a swell guy, right? I was like, you're right. I'm all of that, and that's okay. And I got to make sure my memes of the week represent that I get on everybody, not just, regular people. So I'm getting on everybody. Right. So I told her to watch the podcast tonight, and you see, a little bit of positivity. So if you're out there watching, I want to show you that my memes of the week hit everybody. There you go. Right. I'm a good guy. When you can't.
Transmo. Your boy's stupid. You gonna do him like that? Go on and hit him. They gonna shut down your page.
And it's never people in trans mode. Like you see them swimmers and the basketball players. It's never just a regular dude. It's some big 6'9" dude. Now he wants to compete with women. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. It's outlandish, man. And I mean, in my eyes, there's no way you should have any transgender or transsexual people competing in a sport with somebody who was born a certain gender. That doesn't don't fly with me.
Listen, that's a whole other topic for a whole other day. So I told her, hey, I want to make it fair. Says I'm a transsexual looking for a good man. My man said, look within.
Wow, look within, huh?
Jody,
they gonna come for you, bro.
You are never coming out your room.
You let me tell you. You should invite a transgender person on the show and have a discussion. I'm telling you, that's going to be the next thing you're going to have to address.
We trying. We gonna get.
They're gonna kill
This-
you tomorrow. Oh, stop the
We
man.
always debate who's the better boss.
No more memes. No more. No more memes. No, no.
Wow.
Where's the horn? Next subject.
The definition of unhinged.
You want, hey, what? Hey,
You are on permanent.
Ready to do it. Shut it down because your page gonna get shut down in like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
listen. Right.
Anybody following me?
I didn't want her to feel like I don't, because I was like, you know what, you're right. We got to get everybody. Nobody is off limits. I don't ever want you to feel like I got any type of phobia, baby. I talk about everybody. It don't really matter. So, normally we go straight to the main topic, but you know, I had to throw a side note in there because we talked about it, right? We had a whole long episode about it. There was a lot of stuff said. We talked about the infamous slap. Just recently, Will Smith got on public and apologized for everything. So before we get into our main topic, really quick, I want to talk about the apology. I'm pretty sure everybody's listened to it by now. So I want to just go around the room right quick and kind of get a feel of how everybody is feeling about said apology. Big Ken, you up first. How do you feel about Will's apology?
Yeah, I think he kind of knew that wasn't the right place and time to handle that. Me personally, I thought he should have caught Chris lacking backstage, and then you know what I'm saying, took it up backstage. But I think he knew at that point, you know what I'm saying, at the time he handled it incorrectly in that moment. So I think, you know, whether it's a PR stunt or whatever the case may be, I think he knew he messed up when he got up there and did that.
Okay. Uncle Phil, Unveil, what's y'all?
This dude's so funny.
The better unveil.
I like that though. I like that though. Unveil Uncle Phil. I like that.
I have not seen the apology, and honestly,
Hold up. Wait.
Yo, that rolled off so smooth. You gotta repeat that. I gotta market that for real.
Hey, I gotta do it one time for y'all.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
you need some therapy. Don't you got your Hello Black Man book? I need you to write it.
I do got my book.
Because I'm gonna have you on the show, Nick, so we can unpack all this damage that you got. Anyways, back to the topic. Yeah, I didn't see the apology. Honestly, I have no affinity for Will or the family at this point. Like, I've lost all interest in everything that they got going on. It's so much. The Red Table talk, the August Alsina, it's just too much for me. So I've canceled them in my own mind. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Good luck to him. Hating for Chris Rock.
Great perspective, ain't Viv? I mean,
oh, look, and the truest of ain't Viv because she don't like him either.
Right.
That's
wow.
Can't stand it.
Listen, his that apology, it wasn't. It didn't seem. I'm not gonna say it didn't seem sincere, but it wasn't. Oh man, I don't know. He seemed to be wanting to say the right things. Like, okay, I gotta hit this. I gotta hit this. I gotta hit this. So it was definitely planned. It was definitely written. It was definitely a written apology. Not saying it's bad. You're a multi-millionaire. Hey, put me something together. I know I need to say it, right? Because it was public, he probably feels like he has to make a public apology. And I do understand that to an extent. But for Chris Rock, I think he was in a no-win situation, right? If he takes the slap, everybody say you a chump. You should have done this. If that had been me, I'd have done this. 36 million black African Americans say, no way Will Smith would have slapped me. Or he slapped you just because he know he got away with it, right? Now, if he goes off unhinged and get the fighting out there, right? Then it's come on, man. He could have did this. I don't know why we up there acting like this. Like he was in a no-win situation. But after the slap, he was on tour. He sold more tickets in the upcoming weeks than he had in the last few months. So he made a bag off of it already, and it's definitely catapulted his character in Hollywood by him refraining. So I mean, he's getting a bag for it right now. I'm not sure how him and Will gonna come to terms, but right now I know his camp said he didn't really have any affinity to speak to Will about it.
Right.
So I listened to the apology, and it changed my perspective a little bit, and I agree with what everybody said. It didn't seem rehearsed, but it's just like because Will is such a good talker, it's just like it was almost like it was nothing for him to say what he said. Now, if this would have been somebody else, we would have been like, "Ooh, yeah, that was really good." But for Will, it's like you've always been a person who kind of know exactly what to say, so it's kind of we really got to take you a little differently, you know what I'm saying? Because you good with your words. So the apology was like, so and so, but the thing that really struck out for me was somewhere in the statement he said Chris Rock's camp isn't ready to accept the apology, right? And they still don't want to talk about it. He's still dealing, and I want to call bullshit on that. Chris Rock, you can sit your little funny looking skinny ass up here and you can crack all the Will Smith jokes in the world now, but you're not ready to accept that man's apology. That's the part that I'm having a problem with. It's like, nigga, you literally weren't doing shit with your life until you got the hell slapped out of you on national TV. Now you selling the hell out and you're not ready to accept your apology, but you ready to talk shit on any given moment. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you got to pick a lane. Because you can't talk shit and be like, oh, I'm not ready for an apology. Yeah, you is if you can talk shit about it. You can crack jokes. You ready to say something. Because if you was traumatized, you wouldn't say shit about it at all. And I feel like that's the road he trying to put traumatized by it. So for me, it's just like I don't feel like the apology was 100% genuine by Will because he's a good talker. But at the same time, Chris Rock, are you bothered by it or not? Because you can't sit here and talk shit 1 second and be like, I don't want to talk about it the next. It just don't correlate for me.
For me, if I'm Chris Rock, I want to keep the money going because I don't want to stop. Remember, if I agree with you, my career was, wasn't as popping. You came out, you created this, and it made me an extra bag. So I don't want to accept your apology. I don't really want to talk about it. But if it's going to keep this bag coming in for me on this level like it is, then I don't really want to address it. You keep addressing it, and I'm just going to keep it short because I don't want this to be over. How much longer can I ride this out if my PR guy is telling me, do it this way? I can see it because to me, ultimately, if we playing the game like we're supposed to be played, you made me a bag. So how long do I got 6 more months of this bag and this drama and this? How much more can we make in 6 months? And if I'm thinking that way, then I'm all good with Chris Rock saying, I don't want to accept your apology right now because 6 months later down the road, when I do address it, it's going to create another bag for me. This is already creating it for me. So 6 months, maybe whatever, a year. How long has this thing been going on? Like months, several months?
No, 2-3 months, I think.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And his shows went from like, I was going to go to one. His shows was like $45. And then instantly them joints was like 200, 250, 300, like instantly like that. So if I'm him, I don't want to address it now. I'm not done. Is he done with his tour yet? So if he's not done with the tour he's on right now, I'm going to wait till I'm done with this. Then his brother did come out and speak and talked about it on the podcast or whatever, So his brother's getting in on it. So I figured, give me about 6 more months. I'm healing.
Well,
that's the way I see it. So
I agree. It's funny. Everyone who said something was something that I felt. But Sister girl, you brought it up about Viv and how she don't like him. And it was years later, after he destroyed her whole career, he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that at all. I didn't know I was doing that to you." So Will is the type of person that will talk crap, do something wrong, and then come back and apologize for it, and it's supposed to be okay. Unfortunately, with Chris, like my man down here is saying, he's gonna ride that into the sunset, and it's not going to be okay. And he's gonna hold on to the fact of, I'm not going to address you, because once I address you, I close this deal. I don't want this deal to be closed because, like you said, he's making money. The reason why he came out against Will anyway, this wasn't the first time he said something about Jada, and it's not going to be the last. Because whenever he's dying and Will or Jada or somebody's in the audience, he's going to pick at the Smith family because that's where he gets his laughs.
Right.
And homeboy, as always, was dying at that point. So when he came out with the Jada thing, I think Jada's look wasn't like, yo, you better get him. Jada's thing was like, see, he's dying again, and he's using me, to get his laughs up. So I agree with Chris right now. Don't take that apology. And I really hope that Will starts behaving differently. I know the man is wounded. You can tell he's wounded. You can tell he's going through hell. He needs some really intensive therapy and not that red table. And he really needs to get his relationship right.
He need to get away from the table. Max. He need to get away. But see, when you in deep like that, man, making all that money, it ain't. I mean, Jada must got some real heavy stuff on him, because ain't no way I would sit there and take all that. I don't listen, man. That's wild. But overall, man, like he's making so much money, like he can come out and say anything, and people are going to flock to it. You know what I mean? It's like, so how do you draw the line? When do you know it's sincere and not sincere? He's a freaking actor. He
I just wish he would have just been like, "I'm sorry, Chris. I was messed up. It's that bitch Jada fault. She's toxic." And I would have fully supported that. I would have been like, "Yes, thank you. I forgive you, Will. It's Jada's fault. We don't like her anyway. It's his fault. Boom, done. Out of there." I would have supported that. I would have been happy for my man. I would have felt like he was liberated. Matter of fact, he should have apologized with some divorce papers. "See, Chris, I'm sorry. I didn't do it. She's toxic. I'm getting a divorce." You know what I'm saying?
It's the one the least disinterested.
That divorce gonna cost him a bag.
The person who is the least disinterested has control in the relationship. Will is totally in love with Jada.
Yeah.
Jada could care less if he sucks air or he suffocates.
Yeah, Will will forever be a second string starter, bro. Yeah. Like he gonna be a second string starter forever, because the simple fact of she constantly talks about Tupac. This man been dead for 20-something years, constantly, and then she running around with August. I'm like, bro, like how much can you take, Will? How much can you take, bro? She's not prioritizing your feelings and your emotions, bro.
But look at it like this, right? Look at it from this perspective, right? Anybody who will argue that Jada isn't toxic, look at it like this. She broke August Alsina, and she broke Will, and she broke August Alsina in like a year. And she's had Will for 20-something years. So ain't no telling how deeply this man is broken. All I'm saying
is who we on him.
Right. She must got that. She got
she got that bomb, like Snoop Dogg and them said and on the dog food album.
And look at it like this. You ain't never got to worry about no hair getting in your food if she is cooking for you.
Facts.
Don't worry about that.
Oh no.
I mean, Will can have any woman on the planet.
But he only wants Jada.
No, I'm telling y'all, I believe behind the scenes, one of the reasons why he's really locked in with Jada too is because she let him do him, right?
Exactly.
She let him on the side, and he feels like, you know what I'm saying, like they so invested in each other and the actions that he does, and of course she knows, you know, what he does behind the scenes, but she don't stop it. So whatever they got going on behind the scenes, she's allowing it, and he's allowing her to do what she does.
Right. I agree with that, because there's no way a man of his stature can take all of that quiet, sitting down,
Yeah, he
like she got. I wouldn't doubt if she got videotape of him smashing. Like,
listen, if you see the interview, when she said all that stuff at the end of that interview, Will said, "I'm gonna get you back," and I was like, we gonna act like we ain't just hear you say that, because Will, I heard you say, "I'm gonna get you back."
Yeah, he meant that. He meant that.
Get you back, Will. I'm gonna get you back.
Of course,
I'm gonna get you back. But listen though, I gotta do it again. It is time to move on to our main topic, very opinionated based topic, and this is something that I thought about, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I want to do something where people can kind of just open up their feelings on the podcast and just kind of talk about whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really want to structure. I just want your feelings about it. So main topic tonight is give me 3 popular, unpopular opinions you personally believe that are guaranteed to piss people off. Like, I believe this wholeheartedly, and I'm pretty sure it's going to make somebody else mad or make people mad. And if, you know, anybody want to go first? I'm willing to go first.
3 topics that are.
I got my list.
Sure, going to piss people off.
Ken said he got his list.
I got a list. I'm gonna piss a whole bunch of black people off with this. Hennessy is terrible. Hennessy is terrible. Hennessy White is even worse. It's even worse, bruh. Like I'm not the biggest drinker, you know, but I started drinking, you know, like when I started drinking, you know, having drinks, like I ain't drink, you know, bottom of the shelf or nothing like that. I started with top shelf stuff. So, you know, I hear everybody talking about Henny, especially Hennessy White, and, you know, get at the spot. Hey, let me try that Hennessy. I don't want it mixed. I just want it the way it is so I can actually taste it. Man, it tastes like dirt water. I was like, bro, what is the hype? And then I had Hennessy White. I'm like, yo, this is so people paying $100 a bottle for this, bruh. Come on, you're killing me. Hennessy is terrible, man. Hennessy is terrible.
Can I give you my first one?
We go let you. We go in a circle. We go let
go ahead.
Up there. Unmute your mic. We need y'all unpopular, popular opinion. I want one from each.
No, man. You want one over each? What?
I want one from each. I want individuals. One from each.
Unpopular opinion.
And it's guaranteed.
I think that women should propose to men.
Well, glory be to God.
Jesus.
What? All right. Okay.
Lift your hands.
Hey, glory.
I think my lashes back on for that one.
I can't take my lashes off.
Wow. Okay.
Oh man, Brody, bro.
I think it is beyond realistic to believe that we landed on the moon in 1969. Like it is so far from reality that it's mind blowing that people believe that. It's mind blowing to me.
You know, there's a movie out about that called Capricorn 1, right?
I've heard of that movie.
And it tells how they didn't go to the moon. They went to the backyard of NASA, and they perpetuated that they went, and they killed the people that was supposed to be on that flight.
Hold on.
That rocket. Check it out, Capricorn 1. You'll see it.
Let's ask Google. Let's get some fact checks. Hold on.
Yeah.
How far is the Earth away from the moon? The Earth away from the moon is 238,900 miles. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck we got that far.
Bruh, I mean, I'm feeling this. One question that always struck me is who filmed him getting off of the spaceship? Where the camera come from? If he was the first person to step on the moon, who was filming it?
It was the camera was built into the rocket. You got to see Capricorn 1. See, a lot of times
Hidden Figures points out some stuff as well.
Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, NASA, taking the moon's temperature. Daytime temperatures near the lunar equator reach a boiling 250 degrees Fahrenheit, 120 degrees Celsius, 400 Kelvin.
250 degrees Fahrenheit temperature on the moon. Boiling water is 212. So you are 38 degrees. 38 degrees above the temperature it takes to boil.
It's the suit. It's the suit that keeps you cool. It's the suit.
I don't even think Tony Stark had a suit to keep him cool at 250 degrees.
I know.
And they say we have lost the technology to return. We lost it.
Mm-hmm.
They put it in an envelope and put it under somebody's desk, and they can't remember how to get back.
Now, fun fact, right? When I was in school, you do realize because of the atmosphere on the moon, there is no wind blowing. If you look at the moon pictures, that flag is definitely blowing in that fucking video. Just throwing that out there. I'm just saying, Mister.
They got y'all riled up, didn't it?
Yeah, because we all been thinking it.
We've been wondering that for a while. That got folks in their feelings.
Big Ken been wanting to tell people Hennessy nasty. I just want you to know.
Fact. It's a fact.
Big Ken wanted to tell somebody.
Huh? Like his daily status is Hennessy is trash.
Man, hey, listen. Put in Hennessy is hashtag Hennessy trash. Guaranteed my status and my post will pop up.
Hashtag
Hennessy trash. Get it out of here.
Mr. Benji Banks, what is your
celebrity drinks, their wines, their liquors are all trash. They are not that good. Ciroc is nasty. I don't like it.
Hold on,
I don't like it. I don't like it. For the I mean, it's you try them, you rank them, you can find better. You can, just because a celebrity's name or your favorite rapper's name is behind it, I ain't knocking their hustle, but you can find better. Just because so-and-so's name is on it don't mean it's actually that good. Like it's not that great.
So you didn't enjoy King Cobra from
No. St. Ides was, I'm gonna tell St. Ides was pushed by the Dog Pound like years ago, right? Mm-hmm. So, little young lad, 17, 18 years old, you see the commercial, Snoop Dogg, all of them, boom. I had the nerve to try that joint. And let's just say I never touched it ever again. Like, I sipped some of it, and listen, it was like, it took me under. Like, that was the first time I ever threw up from drinking, and I never touched it ever again. But for the most part, yeah, most of them, I don't like them. Like, I got black cherry Ciroc, I got white grape Ciroc, and it's been there for years. I don't even touch it because I don't like most of the celebrity drinks I taste. I tried Jamie Foxx's brown sugar bourbon. Never again.
What about effing vodka? 50 Cent is tied with effing. Yeah, effing vodka's over. I guess I'm a clear drinker, so it's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but when you compare it to, if you like effing, and I know because they have the cucumber, they have the black cherry, and they have several different types. Okay, not totally horrible, but if I go with some vodka, the Reign organic vodka tastes way better.
Yeah,
it's a smoother taste.
I agree with that.
It doesn't give you the aftertaste, because a lot of those things have tons of aftertaste. Yeah. And it's like, if you mix it in drinks, you can hide the taste, but just tasting it naturally, it's like, man, I can't sip this solo. So for the most part, yeah, I'm off of most celebrity style drinks.
All right, Miss Yvonne, what is one of your?
Well, first of all, I want to acknowledge Brian B. Knowing. Brian, shut up. He said he set the tripod up and then got on the ship to look like he got Brian, Just crazy. And I know people gonna kill me for this, and they're gonna say, "Oh, it's because you old." It's not because I'm old. I'm tired of Beyonce.
Hold on.
That's for
The words of her reflect her only. I do not listen. I will talk shit about the LGBT community. I will not talk bad about B. I don't need the Beehive coming after.
Beehive, yeah, she gonna have a whole bunch of bees in the comments.
That fan base.
They're not my subscribers. They're not my subscribers on my YouTube channel.
They gonna come to your YouTube channel.
They're gonna come and mess with you anyway.
Let them buzz on. Because if they subscribe, that's a wonderful thing. I need the numbers anyway. I'm trying to do something.
She's a great entertainer, but she's very overrated.
Thank you.
It reminds me of Tina Turner on stage.
Oh,
like she's fit. She can put on a great show. But I've never really. I ain't gonna say her music is horrible. She fine for sure. Them buns, them cakes.
She's a beautiful woman. Yes, absolutely.
Them cakes is
with you.
Them hips and them cakes.
But they have made her a god, and I'm like, this girl can't do nothing for you. She ain't part of no Red Sea. She ain't giving you a miracle.
And
she ain't raising no dead. She's just on stage entertaining you. So why don't you treat her like an entertainer?
I can't be idolizing people that get cheated on.
Oh my God! You are my best friend now.
I mean, even though she got cheated on by Jay-Z, one of the most wealthiest men.
I can't. I can't idolize people who get cheated on.
My best friend. Listen, I can't be a Buddhist because Buddha has the same problem as I do. You know, I hear you. Yes. Like I said, I can't be a Buddhist. Buddha has the same problem I have. The belly and the butt. He's fat too. So I'm not going to worship you. I'm not going to worship you. Yeah.
Right.
Now,
so I'm going to go now.
Yes.
I held this for this month.
You and I, yes.
I held
crazy.
And I know, and I'm going to say this, and this one is for the women. My first unpopular opinion of the night. Ladies, right? Not all, but some. There are a lot of women out there. You are not as good as you think you are. Okay. There's a reason why that man rather sit on a game with his homeboys than sit here with you, because you aggravating this shit. There's a reason why he finds more peace with his homeboys than he do with you. Stop calling men gay and suspect because he doesn't want to be up under your ass. Because the reason why he doesn't want to be up under your ass is because you're not peaceful. It's because you do not do anything for that man to want him to be the fuck around you. Stop calling him gay because he doesn't want to be up under your non-cooking, trifling, nagging, bitching ass. You are not
lift those hands. You
think that you are. I promise you. Stop trying to hold this thing. I've never cheated on you. You're right, but you're an immature, selfish, out of pocket, conniving bitch though.
Them hands is lifted. He praying that.
My first one of the night.
He praying the whole service right now.
Who hurt you?
Child.
That's what I said. Who got Jody all in his feelings?
Who hurt you? Good. Listen, give me her address. I'll send her a girl too.
Let Auntie handle her because she done did something wrong.
It ain't even that. It ain't even that. I watched this video, and actually, that's that. We're gonna talk about that.
About a video.
I watched this video because it was like, you got to be kidding me. So that is my first unpopular opinion. There are a lot of women out there dogging men because he doesn't want to be up under you. And the real reason why he don't want to be up under you is because you're not peaceful. You do nothing that help this man. So there we go. That's my first unpopular opinion tonight. Big Ken, number 2.
All right, I'm going to keep it in the alcohol family. Beer is terrible. All of it.
No.
I don't care what kind of beer it is. It's terrible. I have never tasted a beer that said, "Oh man, this is amazing. This is good. This is quenching my thirst." Nah, one sip and I dip. It's done. I've tried a lot of beer and ain't none of them been good to me. So beer is terrible.
Oh Lord.
The only one I drink with conviction that I can and to be honest, I can't even drink a whole bottle of it. It's a Stella Artois, and that's about it. Like, I'm not a big beer fan either, so
This
I can dig that.
about Hennessy, done talked about beer. You
Hey,
just hey,
that's what it is.
alcohol company gonna get your ass.
Hold on, Ken. We might need a beer sponsor for the show. I don't know. Hold on.
Hey, I can't fake it, man. I can't fake it, man.
Benji out here slinging wine, and you out here talking shit about Hennessy and beer. Come on, Benji.
Hey,
I don't have a problem with wine. I don't have a problem with most wines.
See, there you go.
Benji talks about a certain wine on our show that he talks down on that a lot of people drink out there. That Stella Rosa.
Oh, see, Ken, don't steal it yet, because that's my next one. That's my next one. I'm hitting hard at Stella Rosa in a minute. Don't steal it. Don't take it from me.
What number 2 on your list? Number 2 on your list.
Number 2 on my list is kicking your kids or the young adults in your family out at 18. 18 years old, you're pushing them out to go get an apartment, go get a car, go get insurance, and they're basically in the negative when they leave. They're basically in debt and in negative, and they may never overcome those first few years. Those first few years where they're get out of high school. All right, you got to get out of here, right? You got to get out of this house. You're not doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing with the room. You still got the same 2 cars in the driveway. You still paying that. So we put our kids at such a disadvantage. I learned this. I've been to Japan a few times. When people get married in Japan, as they date, they move into the parent house until they can buy a house, not afford a house, but they stay with their parents. They coexist with their parent. Oh, it's the worst thing ever staying with your family. Oh my God. You coexist in that house until you can purchase cash, full house car. Now you go into that living space with no mortgage, no rent, no car note. And they can stay in the house, build it up. And I think we put our kids, go get an apartment 20 miles away from your house. Why I'm not doing nothing with your room. And I think it's just crazy.
I 100%. I 100% agree with that. I've always said, people, I don't know why all of a sudden you hit 18, and especially with boys, especially young men, we ain't no smarter than we was when we 16. You take a 16 and an 18-year-old, they hang out because they just as stupid. So I don't know why you think this 18-year-old is ready to have all these adult responsibilities. I 100% agree with you.
Facts.
All right, see, number 2 on your list.
I don't think
you got one.
Washington is the best actor ever.
Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, I like him. I enjoy his movies, but like he's always the same person to me. Like, I can never see past Denzel. Like, I can't see the character that he's playing. I only see him. So it's like, I don't know.
Oh, you just enamored with how good he looked, huh?
You think Samuel L. is better?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, you was on the road.
Hey,
you should have been straight. All we do is say good effort and get our attention. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
Now, if you'd have said Will Smith as an actor, I'd agree with you. He can act.
I already said I wasn't a Will Smith fan from
She done kicked him out the crib.
I opened the door and this is what you come at me with, this blasphemy.
You asked for one unpopular opinion. See,
I'm so done. Benji, go ahead, go.
Stella Rosa is not wine. It's fruit punch.
It's chameleon juice.
It is not wine. I fight with us black folks all the time. I like Stella Rosa. That is not wine. It's fruit punch. It's like it's not. It's nasty. And then you wonder why you got all these headaches and you got high blood pressure and you got all these sulfates in your body. I'm gonna need you to get on some real stuff where it's grown, like aged and all of that. Like Stella Rosa is not wine, black people. Come on now.
What does Stella Rosa do to you?
Stella Rosa? I always give Stella Rosa the smoke. Anybody who, most of the time, because our folks like sweet wine, just to be upfront and honest. So that's why they gravitate to it, right? They love it, and it's disguised as a wine. And it's like, like you taste it, and it's like you're drinking some fruit punch, some Hawaiian punch. It's the same thing. And so understanding the wine game, you understand what is and what isn't. And the common thing that I always hear is it usually gives me a headache. It usually this, it usually that. Well, you want to know why? Because it's loaded with sulfates. It's got tons of fillers in it. It has loads of sugar in it. So it's fruit punch. You might as well just, get you some a Hawaiian punch and throw some liquor in it, and you'll be better off. You know what I mean? But
just
that's my number two.
It's not no Hennessy. Terrible. Miss Yvonne, what is your number two? And hopefully it ain't as blasphemous as Kalisa. Yeah.
Listen, sulfates. Sulfates. I'm over here hollering because I'm like, I hear you because I don't use shampoo with sulfates, so I ain't gonna drink it. So right. I got you. My pet peeve that would probably make people upset is that we as Black people are yelling that we're not teaching our younger generation about generational wealth. We also ain't teaching them anything else. So unless we want to teach them everything, just teaching them generational wealth isn't going to work, because if you don't have your spirit right, your money ain't going to be right. And you can teach them about generational wealth, but that doesn't mean they're going to have it. There are so many other things that we need to teach our youth and have them do before we can even get to generational wealth. Now, I have nothing against the waist trainer, but can you train your ovaries, young ladies? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Brothers, can you pull your pants up? Can we as a people learn to communicate with each other without there being toxicity, without there being name calling? To me, that's important. Once you get all that together, we can talk about generational wealth. The wealth that they're talking about, all those millions and millions of dollars, is, money that you're looking at other people that have. And, our culture is very big on, I want you to think that I have something. So I'll buy a car I can't afford so you can look at me a certain way. That's not generational wealth, honey. That's what you call grandstanding. So we need to get to that.
Damn, that was a good one. I like that one. That was deep. Ooh, child. It's better than that blasphemy somebody else just put up there. Lipstick, man. So far, we have attacked the Hennessy community, the beer community. Obviously, Stella Rose ain't shit. C hates Black culture and acting. Boo say stop kicking your kids out when they're 18, which are dumbasses. I totally agree. And Miss Yvonne said, hey, stop trying to teach your kids about generational wealth. Teach them how to be good people. Okay, my number two on the list, right? And just as I hold our women accountable, I gotta hold our men accountable. Dear fellas, stop asking that woman to be your peace when you put her through pure hell. Ain't shit peaceful about your motherfucking ass. So stop asking that woman to be your peace. You lie to her, you cheat on her, you manipulate her, you break promises 24/7. You cannot ask somebody to be your peace.
Put my Benji hands up.
Hey,
putting her at war. Ain't shit about you, ain't nothing trustworthy about you, ain't nothing honest about you. So stop asking that woman to be your peace when you, sir, ain't peaceful your damn self. Please stop. Just stop. Knock it off.
Just lift your hands. Moment was brought to you by Joe.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I gotta keep it equal. Mr. Big Ken. Last one.
My last unpopular opinion is I like spam calls. I like when I see spam calls pop up on my phone. You want to know why? because I talk to him if I'm bored. If I'm not doing nothing right then, I like to talk to him and make up weird scenarios, weird accents. You know what I'm saying? Whatever accent they call, because they usually got an accent. I try to match their accent, and I had these long drawn out conversations. You want to call and waste my time? I'm gonna waste your time. How about that?
Hey, Ken said, if you call with an Indian accent talking about my car warranty, he gonna be like, well, I've been riding the same elephant for 13 years. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Oh, you say your name? You broke my slushy machine. I'm gonna regurgitate. Whatever you put out, I'm gonna put out.
Right. There we go.
I like that.
It's a fact.
So
I'll give you the same accent.
Facts.
See, what is I'm scared to ask what the last one is.
So the world is gonna hate me, especially the world of single mothers. But I don't believe in child support. I actually believe that women should just give the kids to the men when they break up.
Glory be to God.
Yeah, bro. And I hate that as a community we put so much pressure on women to be like the sole parents of the kids. Like I let my ex-husband keep, well, my son lives with him, but I let him keep the kids for a year, and I was talked about so bad. I ain't have my kids. You are unfit mama because you ain't got your children and you running the street. And
Yes.
Hey, as a dad who raised, I was a single dad who raised my kids. You get the lift your hands moment, because definitely I'm on board with that. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Benji, your last but not least, what is your last and not least unpopular?
Your favorite rapper should not be your role model.
Yeah,
just because he's wiggled himself out of the maze, which we all trying to do, and just because he spits bars and lyrics and da-da-da-da-da, and he's made a name for himself, and I get it, I understand it. You know, some of my favorite rappers, I mean, the music is, you know, we know it. It's gangster shit. You know, it's pimping women, slapping women. That does not mean that so-and-so should be qualified to be considered my role model. Now, I understand there's some game that comes from them, and, you know, you can implement some of those things, but that can't be our lone source of, you know, role models. Like, we should also look for the engineer, the scientist, the biochemist. You know, I mean, I know those sound like square things, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's your favorite rapper does not mean that should be your role model. Like, you listen to everything they do, you implement everything that they say. That does not make them, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be a role model. They aren't. It's like, why every time we have a crisis, we run to an actor or a movie star to represent us as a people. As if, I know it's slim pickings, you know, we don't have many Malcolm X's anymore, but you know, I mean, hey, it's slim pickings, but man, come on now, we got to do better. Like, I'm tired of seeing, what's the gray haired dude from Shawshank Redemption? Morgan Freeman. Like, how in the world is he going to get up and speak for us and that be validated because he made some money and he's, you know, famous and this and that? Like, come on now, we got to do better.
Because he's the voice of God. You don't understand.
I mean, exactly. Of course, I remember that. Bruce Almighty.
Andy Dupree. Shawshank.
Oh God, wonderful movies. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean that Negro ain't crazy behind the scenes. We loved Bill Cosby, then we found out he was pilling broads.
He was pilling broads.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, come on now, we you know, can you imagine the kids that look up to Deshaun Watson? I know he made it out. I know you don't. But then to find out, you know what I'm saying, your brother's skeeting all over everybody. It's like come on, man. Come on, man.
He's
Deshaun Watson's role model is Lil Jon. All ski.
It's like, come on, man. You gotta do better.
Okay. Again, I'll probably be thrown out of the girls' club, but I'm sick of y'all telling me. Don't tell me he don't want me. He was in my bed last night. And this morning, when he got out of your bed and he washed, he had that shower, you went down the sink right with that soap, unless he loves you. Ooh. So please stop telling me, because I'm a life coach. Oh, Yvonne, you don't understand. He was in my bed last night. And I'm like, oh, darling, you don't understand. As we're speaking right now, he's in somebody else's bed. And before you say he's a dog, is he a dog or he's not committed to you? And shame on you that you want to commit your body to someone that's not committing to you. Come on now. As women, we have to take some type of responsibility. You're going to throw your butt in a circle, know somebody going to catch it. See, the thing is, you're supposed to throw it in and be able to take it out. Okay?
Right?
That's a lift your hands moment.
Yeah.
Listen. So I'm tired of women, he might be your boyfriend, but he was my boyfriend last night. No, he's still her boyfriend. You are interlude.
He's mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time. I heard somebody say that. A woman say she loved that song.
And then we stay in relationships where we know he's mine all the time, but he's gonna be yours some of the time. So I just think as women, we need to really respect ourselves a little bit more and our decisions, and then men will respect us also. There's always going to be that element. You just don't have to play in the sandbox with that element.
I'm sorry, when you pipe her down, you might as well. She ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry, ladies, but
right.
When brothers know they got the magic stick, you in trouble.
Right, and just like if she's got the good cooter, you ain't going nowhere either.
You in trouble. I'm sorry. And you wanted that too. You wanted it. You know you did.
Right. Hey, he hit you on the way out. Secretly, you liked it. Secretly, you liked it.
Yes, sir.
I just laugh because I'm a woman of a certain age, and I was somewhere, and I said, I'm still waiting for God to bless me with my husband. I'm a woman of faith. I believe, and I believe in marriage. I want to be married again. And she says, oh my God, you still begging God for a husband? I said, well, I don't want to be 65 jumping in and out of people's beds. That's not what a 65 retired woman needs to be doing.
Shoot, they're twerking on IG now.
And everybody wants to kill me.
You seen them TikTok grandma? Stop playing.
Everybody wanted to kill me. I was like, oh my God, that was so terrible. No, because she thinks she has multiple men. It's okay. I don't have to have multiple men. I'm good with that. If you're good with that, good. Keep throwing it in the circle. But remember, you throw it in, you're supposed to take it out.
Throw that in the circle. Throw that in the circle.
No 65.
Hey, I just want you to know, Miss Yvonne.
Yes.
Men have an infatuation with garden tools. So just want you to understand, a man see that booty shaking, you're more likely, I'm just saying, I ain't encouraging you to do that. I'm just saying these men, us sometimes, we have an infatuation with garden tools.
He's encouraging.
Listen, darling,
I don't give a damn.
I've been doing this a long time. And I've been doing this with all this booty. So I know. Listen, I know. I'm well versed in this.
You got glutes? Well, praise.
Oh,
listen, I don't care how good of a man he is. He following at least one IG hoochie on his Instagram. I don't let no man ever lie to you. If he got an Instagram, he following at least one or two IG hoochies. And it's okay. We all fall for the trap. Don't worry about it.
And are we supposed to get mad? Are we supposed to get mad because you have eyes and you can see? Oh my goodness, you must want her. You're looking at her. No, I've been taking your crap for the last 10 years. If I really wanted her, she's giving her address out. I could have drove over there yesterday. I'm here because I want to be here. Just because I'm looking at her doesn't mean that I don't want you. I love you. She just
Right.
happens to look good.
Right. There's
an infatuation with cakes and breasts.
Yeah, and I come here and hit me so we can have makeup sex. Girl, stop playing.
Makeup. Which one's better, makeup sex or breakup sex? Which one's better?
You know what?
That's hard.
How Shannon said, capital B, capital O, capital U, capital F, capital E, capital M, capital M. Both of them.
Both of them.
I was gonna say, yeah. Can we have both? We have both, right? We have both.
We creating the scenario that we can both of.
Right. And do you know it's really crazy? People create fights so that they can have better sex, and that is one of the most toxic things I hear on a regular. Girl, on Friday he get home from the barber shop. I just start going in.
No, don't break up with me. You break up with me, it'll be somebody else in your place. ASAP.
What did that guy say? He said, I play handball. I ain't cheating, but I know who got next.
You break up with me tomorrow, there will be a new replacement.
Yes. I don't have to get
all
over
your
you.
stuff will be at the door.
I don't have to get over you.
Don't come back now. You're here.
I'm gonna hit my last one, and I know this is guaranteed. Ooh, child, I've been saving this one for a minute.
Yeah, the toxicity of relationship is ridiculous. I'm gonna have an argument so sex can be good. Well, sex wasn't good without an argument. So what y'all doing in there?
Praise God.
As our female representative, I gotta hold down this one, right? Ooh, shit. Okay, here we go. My last one. My popular, unpopular opinion, guaranteed to piss off all the single mothers out there.
Don't make me punch you in your head.
Especially the single mothers with sons. Stop blaming that absentee daddy for your son not being shit when you the one who raised him.
Glory.
I don't understand how you are like, he ain't this, that, and the third because he ain't never had a daddy in his life. Yeah, you got plenty of functionable young men who only had a mom in their life out there doing man shit. I'm pretty sure a lot of those dudes doing construction and contracting and plumbing and mechanics, a lot of them had a single mother, yet they found a way to do some manly shit. So if your son ain't shit, okay, understand this. If you have a 30-something-year-old son living in your house, and his girlfriend kicked him out because she says he's acting like a bitch. Understand it ain't the fact that he didn't have a daddy. It's the fact that your son is acting like the 30-year-old male version of your ass. Okay? Stop blaming absentee fathers for your son being the female emotional ain't shit version of you. Your son is a reflection of your monkey ass. It is your fault your son ain't shit. It is your fault Jody is acting the way he's acting and he can't stay with Yvette. Okay?
Savage.
He's calling it. It's not him not having a daddy. It is your fault.
I'm glad you said that because on Facebook this week, I think it was Monday, it said, "Don't blame me why he's like that." And I wrote, "Yes, ma'am. You made this mess." Okay?
Right.
Yes, ma'am. You made this. And I agree with you. Single mothers, sometimes they tell their sons, "You're the man of the house." So at 8 years old, this child has the weight of the world on his shoulders. Instead of just taking garbage out, now he's the man of the house. A lot of times, single, especially Black mothers, their son is their husband. The only thing they don't do is sleep with him. He will leave school early and get a job because mommy needs help. When he gets with a woman can't fully have his whole attention because his mother has it. He's in another household with a woman and his mother's like, "Oh, I need $200 to pay the light bill," and you'll give her $200. Well, where's the $200 to go with the $1,300 that we got to pay this rent over here? Well, my mother needed it. We need a place to live too. So, and that's coming from experience.
That's tough.
And to hear, well, my mother's done everything for me, as so she should. My mother did everything for me too. And I had two parents. And being a single parent, I know how hard it is. You try to make the E and the S of ends meet, and sometimes it never does. I got that. One paycheck, never enough money. I got that. but that boy is not supposed to be your saving grace. If you need more money, you need to get an extra job, or you need to sell some Amway or something like
I
that.
thought she was about to say
Hey, I thought she was about to
I thought she was about to say salesman.
shit.
Y'all are bad. Y'all are
Get
bad.
the glasses for that one because we all thought the same thing at the same time.
The same thing. When she said you need to sell some, I was like, oh man. Listen, Miss Yvonne, listen, I understand this, ladies, and this didn't make my list, but this is just a quick pet peeve since Miss Yvonne spoken into assistance. You are not supposed to sell the pussy for crab legs. Selling pussy is for emergencies, bro. It's for emergency. You need something broke on your car, your lights, your something about to get cut off, the repo man on his way. That's when you sell the cat. You don't sell the cat so you can go get some blue crabs, bro. You don't sell the cat so you can get some crab legs. You don't sell the cat so you can go to Fleming's. That is not an emergency, bro. That is not what that's intended for, bro. Stop it.
It just goes to show you where her values are at. They're in her stomach.
If she smell it, if she's selling it for crab's legs, it smell like crab legs, probably.
Determined women of destiny, my blooming blossoms. This is not my show. I'm just
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
yes. Blooming blossoms. Those of you who are, followers of determined women of destiny. This is just my unruly nephew over here. I was invited. It's not the views of determined.
We just got it out there. You know what I'm saying?
I had to do the disclaimer. Oh my God. But selling for crab legs isn't good. And they're upset because you're not going to be able to buy crab legs or steak on food stamps soon.
Good. Because if I can't have it,
I don't eat either. So,
but people are upset because they're like, I should be able to buy what I want. No. Okay, so why is it that I work a regular job and I didn't just keep having babies every year for the extra $50? If you don't know it, social service only gives you an extra $50 for every kid. So if you're having kids to make money, they're only $50. And that's only one time deal. It's not every year. So here it is. I may not be able to eat crab legs every weekend.
They'll figure a way around it. I guarantee they're already selling them. They're already selling their stamps anyway. So
Hey, and if you're looking for somebody to sell them to in my area, holla at your boy.
Listen, there is where there is a will, there is a way.
There is a way. And
if you give me $1,000 in stamps a month, trust me, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have crab legs. I'm not saying you shouldn't have anything. I'm just saying you cannot voice your opinion so loudly if this ain't your money.
I agree with that.
I had a client one time. She already had 4 kids and she was, about to have twins. And, they were trying to find her housing. And she's like, well, I want a 6-bedroom house because I want all of my kids to have their own room. I said, so who's paying for this? She said, I am. I said, no, sis, no. New York State is. Suffolk County is because you're on social service. You don't work. And it's my taxpayers' money. So you're getting a 2-bedroom apartment and you're squeezing 4 kids and a set of twins in there. And she got very upset because she was like, why can't I have what I want? You can if you take care of you. You don't take care of you. Social service does. And you're expecting to live in the lap of luxury. I work every day. And I got 2 part-time businesses. I don't have a 6-bedroom house. I don't want one. But I don't have one. I drive a Chevy Spark. Excuse me. Okay.
She like you ain't finna out hustle me.
Listen, you want a BMW and I work every day? No. So that was my pet peeve.
So before we end the night, right? I just want to show some love to, because my boy Benji last season he hooked us up. Me and Telly hooked us up with two awesome bottles of wine. So before we go, I just want to play this right quick for my boy Benji. Just and give my dogs a little shout out. First of all, I appreciate the wine, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So put that up there.
You're a distributor, Benji?
Yes, I have. I'm the actually own my own companies. And this one here is Travel with Your Taste Buds, and that is one of our wines from Tuscany. So that is a red wine, and we have several of them. One's from Italy, one's from Sonoma, one from Argentina. The Argentinian wine is a Malbec. Got lots of different selections of wines, but that's an ad I created for our Tuscany wine. So
yes.
Jody, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, got the Moscato. So we hooked him up. Was a guest on the show sometime back, and hooked him up just to get some promo out there and so forth.
And it was good. It was very good. So if you need a wine plug, holla at my boy Mr. Benji. Don't ask him for no Stella Rose.
No, give you no Stella Rosa pimping. This is the stuff that ain't gonna give you the headaches. I'm just saying.
Yeah, my girlfriend is a distributor for One Hope, and it's a really good thing for charities. And I don't drink, but if you're going to, I would say yes, because it gives back to people who are in need.
Yeah, I don't drink either.
That's it.
But I took a sip. I took a couple sips of that wine. It was good, and for a non-wine person, it was good. But listen though, for my people's watching, Mr. Benji and Mr. Big Ken up here have a podcast called The Fire Session, and I will be on the show next Tuesday, 8:30 our time. So in honor of them bringing me on the show, give y'all this right quick before we depart.
Shout out my boy Ken. He creates all the ads, runs the beats behind them joints, all of that. So shout out to the homie Gmo, Gary Grant, for doing the pictures for it. So appreciate all the love. But yeah, man, we in that thing. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I will be on the podcast next week, 8:30. All my Florida people, 8:30 p.m. next Tuesday. I will be on the Fire Session representing Family Talk podcast. So come hang out with me. And before we go,
can I do a shout out for my show right quick?
Absolutely. Oh wait, we're gonna hold on. I want to do it again anyway. Matt, give your show a shout out right quick before
Determined Women of Destiny season 6. She's a Force. We'll be back October 1st, and every Sunday at 3 p.m. you'll be able to check out season 6. She's a Force. It's amazing women doing amazing things. If you're a female that wants to change your life, or you want to be an entrepreneur, or you just want to see some really fabulous women, come check us out. My guests are the best. You can check out season 5, season 4, season 3, and I think season 2 might be up there on YouTube. So just go to YouTube, put in Determined Women of Destiny, like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the show. And please leave me a comment. And your email address.
Send us the send that to us, Yvonne. Send that to us, DM us or whatever. Send that to us, and so we can check it out. Always willing to cross collab and work with guests and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I think
hopefully we find some dopeness on
so
there.
You just put it in the group chat.
All right, and then I have a new show coming up too called Hey Sis, Let's Chat, and it will be topics that women talk about. It's going to be myself, a woman of a certain age, and then my little baby sis, 30. So you're going to get the crossover between, the different, just the different collaborations of people from different age groups and different generations, baby boomer and the Gen Z. So I'll let y'all know about that too. That should be really interesting.
Sure.
I've watched her podcast. I watched a handful of it, and she does have some really good women. You know.
Thank you, Jody.
Hey, you know, I gotta support. You know, hey, I gotta support. When I catch y'all podcast on, I sit down and I watch it for a good little bit. You know what I'm saying? I caught an episode of the Fire Session and see what Benji ain't gonna tell you, but Benji be having some baddies on his show.
We listen. We set a standard. I ain't gonna say. Forget it. We on Unhinged. You can't be ugly on our show. I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't. Hey, you ain't no mud duck on the Fire Session. I just want you.
Because we advertising, we putting it out there, and we know brothers want a certain look, so they can tune in, and vice versa. Now, if you're just smart, intelligent, and got brains, definitely we bringing you on. You know what I'm saying? But overall, we looking for the hottest things out there, so we can put them on the show. Because brothers, you know, they only listening if something fine behind the mic. So
there you go.
So what you're saying is I gotta put my lashes back on and my push-up bra?
Now, Yvonne, see, from what I understand, you got cake. So you said you got cake. So if there's no,
listen, everybody doesn't like a chunky chick. If you like a chunky
depending on the crowd.
Me, you know,
depending on the
because see, what we're gonna do is we're gonna advertise the side view
like that
in the advertisement. Because see, I'm gonna send the pics to Ken. I'm gonna be like, look, bro, like, you know, boom, get that side view. Because once we put the ad out there, boom, they're gonna be like, oh, she got cakes, and that's gonna make them tune in. I'm just saying,
you wildin'.
I got like bakery back here, but okay.
Be on the phone with Pastor George.
I'm just messing with you.
I got it. Listen, I totally understand.
But listen, it's my time to shine for the night. You see it, Jody's words of wisdom. So I started to do this thing with every single podcast. I want to leave everybody with a little something, just a little message, just a little something take into the week. And so here we go. I did some reflecting, and one of the most underrated blessings is leaving your house and making it back home. People leave their house and never make it back home. We just assume that when we walk out the door that we're coming back. So make sure you give whoever it is you praise to their praise, and make sure you hug on your loved ones every day. You walk out the door, they walk out the door, because there's a possibility that they might never come back. And so, man, life is too short to be holding grudges, beef, not talking to your significant others because you mad about something in the morning, because it's a real deal out here, man. And I've never personally experienced it, but I watched the interview about somebody who's experienced. So hug on your loved ones, man. And until then, man, we will see you next week.